Water, but it's a whole lot going on under surface. Y'all know what the vibe is, man. 888 peace and prosperity. You feel me? Today the best day ever. Tomorrow gonna get better. Yeah, man. You feel me? What's the vibe, man? How y'all feeling? You feel me? Y'all had a productive day. Y'all had a prosperous day. What it is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep on staying focused, moving forward, and putting everything in motion. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, I ain't really got too much of a title, but what we're gonna be covering is lifestyles plus manifestation equal happiness. How to obtain happiness, right? Through lifestyles and manifestation. So in this video, we gonna be breaking up and breaking down the different variations and the different scenarios, going into layers of how we can obtain happiness overall and not just temporary happiness. You feel what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off with self-knowledge. And what do I mean by self-knowledge? What I mean by self-knowledge is that you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know your roots. You remind yourself who you are. You remind yourself who your ancestors are. You feel me? You remind yourself where you come from, your roots, where you originate from, your natural habitat, your natural lifestyle. And some other things that I mean about having self-knowledge is, you know what I'm saying, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. You feel me? And making sure that you learn how to strengthen your weaknesses and maintain and keep an optimal level of your strengths. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I mean by self-knowledge. What I mean by self-knowledge is you know your original way of life, your original way of living. You know where you came from. You know who your ancestors is, what your bloodline is. You know what I'm saying? You know all of these things matter about self-knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize some of the things that you do could be self-sabotaging yourself, and you're not working on your self-preservation. So you could be destroying yourself. You could be having some type of self-hate. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be appreciating our hair, our teeth. If you got one titty bigger than the other, you got one leg longer than the other, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got one arm, you know what I'm saying? Like, appreciate everything you got, bro. As long as you got another day of life, you got 24 hours, you better spend it wisely and make it productively done. You know what I'm saying? Get something done out the day, you feel me? But, like I said, we covering the first category about self-knowledge. That's the first layer. And what I mean by self-knowledge is that you are aware of who you are in this corporation that we are living in right now. Some people call it a country, but it's a corporation. But you know your role, and you know what you're supposed to do, and you're not veering off. You taking that narrow road because you know broader leads you to damnation. You're not selling out. You're not having this European mind frame. You can be European, but you can have that European mind frame. But you're an electromagnetic being. You don't need to be having that European mind frame. Or if you you know what I'm saying, you from the Middle Eastern, you need to have that type of mind frame. But I'm not saying you can't change your mind frame up, and you know what I'm saying, and tune your brain up and learn new things. But what I'm basically saying is, like, realize and know where you come from. You dig? Know who your people are. Know your roots. Know what you stand for. Know what that red, black, and green mean on that flag. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you need to find out. You feel me? But we gotta realize that the original way of life will keep us way better off. As long as we know who we are, we got the self-knowledge and not being ignorant of who we are. Because a lot of things that's going on, people took from us, and they try to make us seem like it's bad or it's evil, or, you know what I'm saying, because we veered away from it and they steered our mind. They whitewash a lot of people. They brainwash a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They wash a lot of people's brains and shit, so people don't really realize they roots, and people be doing things in your face that they get it from your culture. You feel me? So you gotta know and have this information and be aware of yourself, so you can have this self-knowledge, so you can know what you tolerate, what you don't like, you know what I'm saying, what you can eat, what you can't eat, you know what I'm saying. All of this is self-knowledge, you feel me? Not just your ancestral line and things like that. That is self-knowledge, but self-knowledge is being aware of who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna always have to put your last name first. So we talked about self-knowledge, right? You dig? So now we're gonna talk about the environment. All of these lifestyles and these manifestations will give birth to your happiness, you feel me? So now we're talking about the environment. So a lot of people are product of their environments, you know what I'm saying? Some people learn how to adapt to their environments, and some people, you know what I'm saying, take what you need, leave what you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Eat the meat, spit out the bones, or like I like to do, eat the fruit and plant the seeds, you feel me? So the environment, bro, like you could have been raised a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Corner stores, they got drug stores on every corner store, you know what I'm saying? The liquor store, whoop-de-whoop, all of this, you know what I'm saying? You know how the hood is, man. It's a hood in every country. It's a hood in every city, every state, on every block, you feel me? So you know what it is. But your environment plays a big factor in your upbringing, you feel me? And also in your lifestyle. Your environment plays a big fact in your lifestyle. If you're surrounded by McDonald's, Burger Kings, and stuff like that, you less likely to be going and being a vegan or eat some vegetables or eating fruits on a daily basis, and incorporating, making sure that your body eating some sustainable intake, you feel me? So the environment, it plays a big fact, you feel me? Some of us had schools that was like real behind, real, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have home economics. Some schools, you know what I'm saying? Some schools ain't have, like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when my people used to tell me, you know, that's why you gotta pay attention to when your elders talk. Back in the day, they say all they schools had trades, you know what I'm saying? Now, the schools nowadays, they don't have trades. So you see the lack that's going on in the environment, you feel me? So they teaching you to become more of a worker and less of an entrepreneur, so that you could be building up your own establishment and working for yourself and giving you that financial freedom, you know what I'm saying? And also that mental clarity and that mental freedom, you feel me? Because, you know, if you don't get on your shit, you don't stay on your shit, you know what I'm saying? You good as nothing, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you a walking abortion. Like, if you ain't sitting here leaving nothing for the youth, or leaving nothing for nobody else that they could use and better off, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just a walking abortion, you feel me? Like, but the environment plays a big fact, bro, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shootings, killings, kidnappings, you know what I'm saying? Police fucking harassing us and shit like that, bro. That shit plays a big factor, you feel me? So the environment is also the way your lifestyle could be set a certain way, and you could be manifesting certain things in your life because of how you grew up, your surroundings, what you had in your area, what you didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So that plays a big factor, you feel me? Like if y'all had like a hostile environment, that plays a big factor, you feel me? So we're gonna go down to the next one, and I'm gonna reiterate some of these. So going to the upbringing, how was you brought up in the household? Was you brought up with loving parents? Did they listen to what you had to say? Was it, don't fucking talk back to me and do what the fuck I say? You know what I'm saying? Did they give you warnings? And did you have oral agreement? Or did they just bust your fucking ass, you know what I'm saying, with force? You dig? Like, your upbringing got a whole lot to do with what's going on your lifestyle and what you manifesting, you feel me? If you was taught that you ain't shit, you know what I'm saying, your parents always taking that out on you and shit like that, you gonna feel like you lower than what you are. When you really not low, you just, you know what I'm saying, you gotta find your self-worth, you feel me? And you could have both parents in the household, and you know what I'm saying, you got support, so you got that father structure, you got that mother structure, so you balance, you good, like, you good to go, you feel me? You could get out the nest and you straight, you feel me? You got some nice principalities about you and some nice moral, how could I put this? You got a good moral compass, you feel me? You had your father and your mother, so you had a different upbringing, and you know what I'm saying? You got to learn how a male should treat the woman and the woman should treat the male, you feel me? But the upbringing, bro, they got a lot to do with the lifestyle and manifestation and what you've been around as you've been coming up, you feel me? Like, as being kids and being young, we are sponges. So whatever we watch and whatever we learn and shit like that, we start to reiterate that, you feel me? We start to put that out. What you eat gonna come out, you know what I'm saying? But so we going down the list and we going to miseducation. So I've been to several different schools. I've been to a lot of different schools. I always did switch a lot of schools at the like 5th, 6th grade, you feel me? Because you know Hurricane Katrina and shit. So we talking about miseducation, you know what I'm saying? A lot of schools, like I say, they didn't have home economics. They didn't have good science classes. We wasn't doing experiments. We wasn't doing reading. We was just doing straight book work, you know what I'm saying? And eat lunch and shit like that. A lot of schools miseducated, right? The curriculum in schools haven't been like teaching us about our heritage, who we are, where we come from, how we used to get the crops, and you know what I'm saying, till the land and stuff like that, and how we used to heal each other, and how we used to know when storms coming from by the wind and the weather. These schools didn't educate us on how you could pinch your fingers right here and pull it up. And if you go down slow, that means you dehydrate. And if you go down fast, that means you hydrate. They didn't teach us all of these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, but being miseducated, you know what I'm saying? Like, these schools were just like, how could I put it? Just like trying to indoctrinate us, you feel me? Trying to condition us in a certain way. And we was really miseducated, bro. We didn't learn that. We learned that eating milk and eggs and meat and shit like that was good for us in school. They miseducated us, you feel me? By the shit they was serving us on our tray, the shit they was teaching us, you know what I'm saying? And some schools I went to, we ain't really had sports, you feel me? Ain't had no football team, basketball team, track team, so it was a lot of miseducation, you feel me? And we was getting taught by people who was not our people or who wasn't our ancestors, you feel me? So we kind of learned some foreign shit, and that's not in our algorithm, that's not in our DNA, you feel me? So we reject ourselves and our talents, you know what I'm saying? Because we are miseducated, and we miss out on a lot of opportunities and stuff like that because we miseducated. Because the way that we was conditioned, we wasn't taught that. A lot of people got different perspectives, but we wasn't taught to look at certain things certain ways, you feel me? Like, you know, like back in the day, you know, you eat an apple and you'll throw it away, but from now on to this day, you eat an apple and you'll start your own compost. Everything is renewable and reusable, you feel me? They didn't teach us shit like this, you know what I'm saying? Now, you still paying a light bill and shit like that, but they got solar panels, and you could even create solar panels if you watch YouTube. But now, you know what I'm saying, back then we was real miseducated, bro. And now we got the opportunity, and we need to take the advantages of using this internet and learning as much as we can, but not to have cyber downloads and you know what I'm saying, overdo it. But we need to be learning this information and shit like that, because this is what's necessary and needed for us to advance, you know what I'm saying? So we could be learning this shit. So miseducation, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just rejecting yourself and not knowing who you are as a person, not knowing your culture, not knowing the traditions, you know what I'm saying? Like this year, this was my first year I celebrated, you know what I'm saying, Kwanzaa, you feel me? 7 days, you dig? And I didn't celebrate Christmas. I really don't celebrate no pagan holidays, but you know, like, I normally be around family and shit. I was around family and shit, so, you know what I'm saying? It was on the road. But, yeah, man, just like the miseducation, it plays a big part in the lifestyle and the things that we manifest until we start to realize to do better. And once you do better, you know what I'm saying, you know better, do better. But so you gotta realize that you deserve the best if you know what the best is. You know what I'm saying? Quoting that straight up, like, you do. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta start buying land. We gotta start learning these skills. We gotta start staying in cahoots with each other, aka staying in connection with each other, so that we could trade amongst each other and we could have deals and we could keep it in the flow, you know what I'm saying? We could keep everything in rotation so that our people could prosper and we could be in a better position than what we in right now, you feel me? Because everybody acting like they rich and they, you know what I'm saying? But we need to be building up this generation of wealth. That's the shit that's really important, you feel me? What is we gonna leave behind for the ones that's coming after us, you feel me? They looking up to us, whether you believe it or not. So we really need to be setting the best example possible, you feel me? Like, fuck all this internet shit. This shit funny, do it for the gram, do it for the TikTok shit, man. Fuck all that shit, bro. You gotta do it for the kids, bro. And these little kids wearing masks, saying 6 feet and shit like that, that shit is fucking them up, and that shit not cool, bro. That shit fucked up. I don't agree with none of this bogus shit, but you know, some people just, you know what I'm saying? People gotta realize the people got more power than the people who's in power. You feel what I'm saying? So once people start realizing that, man, like, a lot of things are gonna get way better than what it is. You feel me? But yeah, bro, the lifestyle and the manifestation is what's gonna bring you happiness. You wanna know the things that you don't know. You know what you already know, but you want to know the things that you don't know. You feel what I'm saying? And that'll give you a broader perspective on the things you need to cover. So like I said, self-knowledge, environment, upbringing, miseducation, generational wealth, and that's like the 4 things, the 4 keys, just the basics, you know what I'm saying, into getting to happiness, a more permanent happiness, because you know what I'm saying, life is up and down, just ripples and its effects, you feel me, its ways. But I'm just saying, like, instead of just settling for like a temporary happiness, oh, I just got the paycheck today, I'm feeling good with you. Now you're gonna feel way much better if you got your own business and you getting your customers sending you reviews and they checking in. Oh, I received my package, I appreciate it, I love it, it's beautiful, it's warm, it's very generous of you, you know what I'm saying? It's not a regular you just ain't send it to me. You sent it with some thought, you feel me, with some love, you feel me, with some energy. You ain't just give me no blank senses, you feel me? But yeah, man, like that's what we need to be working on, bro. Like working for ourselves, bro. Making sure that we got our own waterways, we got our own sources of healthy, clean water, so we could clean and make sure the water have no impurities, instead of running all this bleach and putting, you know what I'm saying, these water companies, Dasani and all these other companies, putting all of these different poisons and bleaching it so many times and putting fluoride and all of these different chemicals in the water, you feel me? So we need to make sure we got our own water resources. We need to make sure that we got this land, that we start buying this property so that we could start growing our own crops, you know what I'm saying, by the acres, you feel me? And then once we got our own crops, okay, now we got animals, you know what I'm saying? We got cows, we got chickens, you did, we got donkeys, you feel me? Like, we got horses, we got goats, we got sheeps, like, you know what I'm saying? We starting to build shit up, like, you feel me? And we got fish, you know what I'm saying? We got ponds and streams and shit like that on the land. And then we got people building the houses on the land. And we got our own colleges, and we got our own hospitals, and we got our own trade schools. And you know what I'm saying? We got people who getting the oil, who getting the gas.